Hey, how you guys doing? It is the Red Pill with the Red Pill News Dispensary. Well, I named this video Incoming because that's exactly what's coming. There's incoming Red Pills. There's incoming information. There is incoming, how should I put this? Um, I don't know, break, incoming relief from some of the effery that's been going on, some of the fakery, some of the fakeness. Okay, some I don't know, not just the red pills that you're used to hearing, but you will also be getting red pills that I don't know. Let's just say information. Yeah, information. You know, so allowed me to reintroduce myself. It's the Red Pill with the Red Pill News Dispensary. And basically, I just wanted to give everyone a heads up that I just been wicked busy with school. And, but I've also been busy in preparation for like a string of videos. And we got our hands on some cool documents. We got a bunch of great theories that are backed up by facts. We have a lot of current event. A lot of the current events they're based on facts and backed up by facts, but with some, usually I like to stick to the facts, but with some of the current events, some things going on, I have some opinion, but also, of the conspiratorial nature because you don't never get all the facts. I mean, so many things are hidden from us that we have no choice but to speculate. As long as you're not just pure speculation, as long as there's something to back up why your mind has gone um, to into the speculatory you know speculatory suggestions that I'll be trying to put out. Also, I want to say a few things to the viewers. I want to thank you guys. I mean, you know, I wasn't around for a little bit, and I really appreciate some of the info that's been sent to me. I mean, you guys are patriots. I mean, great information. A lot of it you're gonna see in your shows. You guys know who you are. Actually, you don't all know who you are, but I will reach out to a couple of you. There's just so much stuff in my emails, which, by the way, I don't think they get because I'm doing it on my phone. It won't be in the description. It's but the Red Pill News. That's pretty easy, right? The Red Pill News at proton.mail and the Red Pill News at yahoo.com. Okay, so pretty good, right? Yahoo.com and proton.mail. And it's the Red Pill News. Okay? So right now, this isn't. I don't really like have like a subject right now. This is more so. I just didn't want to start like putting. I've already put a lot of work and stuff. I said when I put out these videos, I want people to like be aware that they're coming. So I figured, you know what? Why don't I just put out like a quick like hey, red pills incoming type of video, and that way you guys know to keep your ears out, and when you see it, depending on the topic, if you're interested, if you're not interested, that's fine. I know that there's been some for all the things going on in the world. I can't believe like a lot of creators that I see that I'm used to or that I follow or see they haven't been producing much lately. But in my absence, I noticed Drop did some great videos. I noticed, I see, by the way, Kelly Kibo. For those of you who don't know Kelly Kibo, she's a mod. She is everywhere. You want to talk about someone who, talks it like she walks it, or walks it like she talks it. She is everywhere. I see her in places where I'm like, there's only 1,000 people that know about, let's say, one particular person, and I'll go in there or I'll watch the replay and I'll see her in live chat. And it's like, it's not like I go to Richie from Boston where everybody knows him. Yeah, that's my boy. By the way, shout out Richie. I respect what you did. Just someone like Kelly Keeble, she is a true truth seeker. And but what happens is this happened to me. Like after years of seeking truth and learning, you end up becoming a truth teller because you just know it. It's like it's like anything, you learn, and if you, especially if it's something that you're interested in and have like a passion for, you're going to eventually be able to start spreading that information with your own mouth. And I just to see her in all these different places, I just admire that, and I see a lot of myself in her as far as the way she goes about her research, and I'm sure a lot of us do all kinds of research. But I just wanted to touch base with guys. Also let you guys know we've been working on some things. I've been very busy with school. That I really got ambitious with my school schedule. I'm full time, and I even heard like Anthony Patch talk about it, and you know it, that type of science. It's obviously like highly classified, and I find it interesting. I got to be careful what I say. I hope that what I said didn't raise any. Well, I don't know. I let me just say this to them. I will never disclose classified intel that I came across. Okay? So I'm talking about science. It's in white papers. All right? If you don't want it out there, white papers, that's for the public. So, all right? That has nothing to do with what I did in the Navy. So, all right? Just because I had a clearance doesn't mean I can't talk about things. So that's to clear up a couple of stupid emails I got. And also, you know what? I'm not going to talk about him anymore. I said what I had to say about those few people. Um, I just know that people are thirsty for truth, and when you're thirsty for truth, sometimes you kind of believe and you can't really see the writing on the wall. Well, it's pretty obvious, when someone comes out talking about. Just put it this way: if someone has a point that they're trying to drive home, and actually this goes for anything, always ask this one question. It's two words: who benefits? That goes for international news. That goes for technology. That goes for truthers, and that you may know or may not know, or will know soon, or haven't even started yet, and will blow up at some point. And they'll blow up at a rate that doesn't match the skill level, like Marf. I can see why he blew up. He puts on a good show. You know, it's a great show. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, keyword show. But I'm not. And another thing, I'm not trying to like. I don't want to make like beef with people. It's just if I see people gaining up on people, I'm not gonna stand for it. I'm not. Especially when those people, when they didn't know me from a hole in the wall, and before I ever had a channel, they offered me something. They gave me something that showed me I had no. I was like, what do I do? At the time, she was 1. I said, what do I do with my 1-year-old daughter? I'm like, how can I? She just turned 1. How can I care for her? It might not be this month. It might not be this year. It might not be next year. But like for children under 6, like what do you do with them in a shit hit the fan event? And she put together. It must have took her like 2 hours to do it. She put together this like graphic with like like the one thing would lead here. It's like do this, do that. And she did it in a way that was like, and me, I don't mind like reading. I like to read documents, but I also enjoy like something that's visually stimulating with like pictures. When it comes to something like that, like preparation. But yeah, so I just want to reiterate, the stuff I was talking about, a couple minutes ago. It's declassified. Well, it's not declassified. It's unclassified. It's in white papers. They just don't think you're gonna find it. You would be amazed how much information is out there, guys. If there is something you're interested in, you have to take different avenues. And you know what? I might even do a whole show on this. I might give you guys a few websites I know where it's like it almost seems like how is this not classified? But it's been now this is a situation where it's been declassified and it's out there. It's just that they know that 99.9% of Americans aren't going to bother to either even look for it, let alone where to find it. There's so many ways you can find out things that were top secret in the 60s and can kind of shed light on how far they are willing to go. All right. And when I say they, we all know what I mean. I don't need to elaborate there. But there's going to be some very interesting videos coming up. I'm so psyched. But I just with school starting, I had to get acclimated. So now that I'm pretty comfortable, the class is actually pretty easy. Four is full time. I'm taking five. I'm in the advanced placement. I'm just trying to do the expedited version of this. So, my daughter's doing great. She had like some testing done, and she was scoring very high and everything, and she's 75th height and weight, and that's about as much as I want to talk about my daughter. But yeah, so for all you guys that were out there kind of felt lost, and it's like, damn, is there real truth? And where there is truth, it's political. You guys all know where I stand in politics, but what you might not know is I've always been a liberal until Donald Trump. Well, it started happening. But then once I just didn't have a candidate. There was no other option. I kind of like Mitt Romney. I did like Mitt Romney. I knew of what he did here in Massachusetts. I liked Mitt Romney, but I had always been a liberal. And then slowly but surely, then Trump came along, and you know what? It, it's like so many people hated him, and very intelligent people, that I almost like questioned, like when he got elected, I almost questioned, like, am I wrong, or is like these people are very highly educated? They should know, like, this is good for this country. This needs to be done. Obama was a crook. When he was up against Hillary, and then after that up against at that point, I liked him. I thought that maybe he was from the outside, but I got fooled. I realized that, going into the second term, I didn't like McCain. I mean, we all know what No Name really stood for now. Time tells all. Time tells all. But it's very, very important to not let time tell you, but to to do your own research and figure things out. And I don't want to like give away too much because the video's coming up, but I don't know. Current events, Biden, how interesting this is going to be. Hey, they took the bait. They took the bait, and they're going to regret it. So basically, this is just a video just to just let you guys know that there's a lot coming down the pike. I'm back. I just had to get familiarized with school, and but when I say I'm back, I say that loosely because I never left. I have been. I just want to thank you again to everybody who has been sending me all this amazing information. I've been kind of in my own rabbit holes, and sometimes rabbit holes are fruitless. But I found some rabbit holes that were not fruitless. In fact, they were. I can't wait to do these videos. But there's great researchers out there. The true patriots are the ones. I mean, we have people who I'm not going to say anything about their positions or give any hints. But what I will say is they are patriots. They are patriots. They can't put their face out there. They can't. Me, I'm not in the intelligence community anymore. You know what I mean? My top secret clearance is not needed, which means it doesn't exist anymore. You know, it did, but it doesn't anymore. And I will never disclose anything that I learned in the military with my clearance. But it does give me insight, and it helps me to know how things operate and where to look and where to find it, and and find things that are declassified or unclassified. But anyways, real quick, I want to go through chat. Vance Buford, how you doing? It's good to see you too. Brian Knight, I caught your video the other day, like 3 days ago. Good video. Let's see. Veronica, how are you? How's it going down there? I hope you're safe down there. I know where you are. I know where you are. Remember the phone call? Kelly Kebo. Um, well, I don't know if you heard, but if you want to watch it after, I was talking about you. You're amazing. Um, Princess Jumet buffering. Oh, really? Is this? Can you guys? All right. Can you guys hear me now? And I'll wait for the responses. Enlightened Cafe, Kelly. Yep, people know about Kelly. I'm not the. Yep. Kevin Fugelfam. I can't believe the insanity. Yeah, right? I don't know what you're referring to only because of your last name. But if you're talking about like the Trutha versus Trutha insanity, I agree. I can't believe it either. Um, let's see. Declassified and shuffled around. Yes, exactly. They hide it, Kevin. Kevin, you're very intelligent. You know the deal. Princess Jumet, how are you? You got it to unfreeze. Okay, good. What did I miss? Oh, this is just a reintroduction. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Red Pill. All right. Kirk Thompson. Did you listen to the hearings? Do you know the details? Yes, I know everything. In fact, that's one of the one thing. Oh, Adam Schiff. Oh, I can't wait to talk about him. Um, yeah, Adam Schiff. It's unbelievable. Wait till you see this. The shifty Schiff. Except he's not shifty at all. He's just literally so screwed that he's just throwing anything against the wall until it sticks. Doesn't care how much he lies to the American people. He just has no moral compass. And he just goes like this. And then goes, you know what? I don't care which way's the wind blowing, because my ass is grass if I don't do something. So I'm going to do everything I can against the American people's will to get what will help me stay out of trouble and out of Bubba's hands. And I'm not talking about Bubba. I know there's someone named Bubba News. I'm talking about Bubba in jail. Let's see. Kirk Time, I watched it and definitely illegal. Yeah. It would be considered. Yep. True. Biden is so screwed. Hey, for the Q people, I see Q people. I just saw two. When the hunted. I'm sorry. Rewind. Ready? When the hunter becomes the hunted. Hunter Biden screwed as well, but not anything like Joe Biden. He has no chance of challenging Trump. And the thing is, like, he's nowhere near Trump's ability to run this country. But they're thinking that not only will does he get they think that they automatically get the black vote. Well, I don't know. The brothers that I know, they're not about that. Some of them are, but like 50%, I would say. And I have a lot of black friends, a lot of black family, and as you guys know, like my daughter's a quarter black, and my girl is a half black. Well, my baby's mother, I should say. But they're not feeling it. I mean, she is, but her whole family, that they did. You can only lie to people for so long, and it's very insulting to feel like, wow, just because of my skin color, they think that my vote has to go with them. It's just unbelievable. And honestly, the real racists are the Democratic Party. I mean, they single, and they make people think that they're just all about love, but no, they're the ones about hate. They're anti-fascist, yet they act fascist. I don't get it. Like their actions and what they do is the definition of fascism. You know what I'm saying? It's like I mean, there's nothing they hate more than a black person who supports Trump. It's like, God forbid. I've seen them like beating one up one time. This was in person. They were like beating up this guy because he was a Trump supporter and he was black. He was light skinned, so I don't know what they thought he was, but he was black. And it was all because he was wearing a "Make America Great Again" hat, and he more than anybody, and not just black people, but anyone in the inner city should totally support Trump. Do we want a bunch of illegal immigrants coming to the inner city? I lived in the inner city to this day, but like as far as like ghetto inner city, I lived there about 3 years ago for about 3 years. So for 3 years, up until 3 years ago, I lived in like probably the roughest. Have you guys ever heard of the rapper Joyner Lucas? It's where he's from. I actually used to see him around before he was famous. Or I guess he was like kind of famous. I just didn't know about him. Because I don't really keep up with the mumble rap, and I don't keep up with that stuff. But I used to like rap like back in the day. But yeah, but they're the ones who are going to be the most affected, because jobs that are available to people who are in the ghetto, which usually if you're in the ghetto, either you're drug addicted, or you're a minority and you don't have the opportunities. Well, where do you think the illegal immigrants go? That's where they go. You know what I mean? I mean, like some of the more successful ones, will be able to go to other places, but a lot of illegal immigrants end up in these cities because they're usually sanctuary cities also. So who do you think that hurts the most? African Americans. Um, Warrior Princess, how you doing? Princess Jumet, I love accents. I haven't seen Matt in a while. I'm from Matt. Oh, you're from Massachusetts? Whereabouts, Warrior Princess? If you don't mind me asking. If you don't, I understand if you don't want to put a city, but like, if you're from Massachusetts, then you know the lingo. We can, without giving away where we're from, we can say where we're from. At least a rough idea to another person from Massachusetts. Um, oh my God, yeah, I know. Well, we live in a victim world. Um, oh shit. As they push it and declare prescription for its cause of fireworks. Well, there's Kevin. I disagree. I know what you're saying. That's what they want, but there's no way that's gonna happen. He'll never get impeached on this crap. I mean, honestly, this is bait. This is bait to expose Biden and his son, not because he's his political opponent. Because up until the story came out, you watch Bill Maher, you watch, I don't know, John Oliver, or all the late shows, or anything to do with politics, CNN, they all said, oh, Biden's losing it. He might be the best chance to beat Trump, but now that we're seeing this, maybe not. And actually, it seems like Elizabeth Warren is the up and coming. And honestly, I think Elizabeth Warren, going into it, I thought that she would be the most viable candidate for the Democrats. But now that she is taking big money, she's kind of changed. And also, she hasn't explained how she's going to pay for anything. Whereas Bernie Sanders, his problem is socialism. I mean, those are the three top runners. Corruption with Biden, you know. And everyone usually, like, you remember the front runner was Ben Carson. You know what I mean? Like, the front runners don't last. It's like in a horse race. The horse who's leading at the beginning, the place you want to be, like, is in like third place. You know what I mean? And that way you can kind of like dictate, save your energy, and let someone else set the pace. And also the limelight's off you, and then you can strike and fly by when it matters, and then make that last turn and win. So that's it's kind of like a horse race in that way. Front runners rarely lose unless it's like some crazy thing. So yeah, if I remember right, Ben Carson around this time was the front runner because they haven't voted anyway. Yeah, Ben Carson was the front runner around this time, I think. Let's see. Where's Susie Q? Is Susie Q here? I saw someone say it's Susie Q. Hey Kelly, I was wondering where Susie Q was. It's Susie Q. Lizzie Borden, remember? Oh, Warrior Princess is Susie Q? Oh, how you doing? And I knew, yes, isn't Susie Q match? Yeah. So don't tell me where, just, like Massachusetts lingo, the area that Massachusetts you're from. Just so you know, I am Metro West right now, but I grew up a townie, if that helps. A townie of the Ville. Anyone from Massachusetts understands that. Um, yes, they are all. I agree with the left wing, right wing thing. I totally agree. If it was any other point in history, I believe Donald Trump is something totally different. He was sent in there to not only like break down all these institutions that were corrupt, expose corruption, drain the swamp. I know these are like, I sound like I'm on a campaign trail. I mean, he's definitely going to win. I'm not worried about him losing. But when you look at what he's done, he really has done what's in the interest of the American people. And it's the first time that a president has done that in my lifetime, or at least in my, that I can remember, lifetime. You know? Kind of like I guess from what I understand, when I hear stories from from when my father was alive, like JFK was like that. He was like the first one since, and before him it was Lincoln. So yeah. Oh yes, and I think Princess Juma brings up the last thing I didn't agree with, but I do agree with this so much. Beware of distractions. Yes, when there are so many different things going on, especially when they're happening at the government level, watch out. That's when all this stuff's going on. It's like, look here, look here, look here, look here, look here. Look where it seems like they're directing you away from looking. And I have a whole video on that as well. I have about 5 videos that I could do right now. But of course, I gotta spread them out, and Um, but I also want to do. I have like some ideas. I got call in for 2 different purposes. One is targeted individuals, and the other one I want to do like a call in. Actually, that one I'm gonna keep close to the vest for now because if I say it, then it'll kind of maybe ruin it and invite the wrong type of people. Um, Yes, she's a well. I would say she's the placeholder now. I think Biden was the placeholder, then she's the placeholder. Who do I think? All right, let's say if he was to lose, which he won't, and I would be upset with this country if he lost. But you have to respect the political process as long as it was fair. If people got brainwashed, then okay. But and this is coming from somebody who was liberal his whole life, up until I wanted Romney after I saw that Obama fooled me. And then I really was awake already, and I wanted Trump. And I think Trump's the best president. I know he's the best president in my lifetime. But if there's anyone in the Democratic Party, and she's not even up on the debate stage, even though like she has like this like following, like they can't deny her for that much longer. If he's one person I wouldn't mind him losing to, it would be Tulsi Gabbard. She's a veteran. She's been on the ground. She knows what war is. She knows what war looks like. She knows what war smells like. She knows what happens when you come home from war. She knows that how the things that we bicker about are nothing in the big picture. Okay, so I trust her to keep us out of crap like that, and I also trust her to only intervene when it's needed. Like she would be the only Democrat that I if he had to lose, if something happened and he had to lose, he's not getting impeached. He's not getting impeached. They can inquire, do an inquiry. It'll never get past the House. And if something crazy happened and somehow it did, it 110% wouldn't get past the Senate, which is what really matters in the end. So he's not getting impeached. It's just we're looking at a desperate party, and this party used to be my party back in so 2016, 2012, so back in 2008. Yeah, I live in Massachusetts. I fell for it, but I knew how good and I don't like it that Mitt Romney's against our president, but I did vote for Mitt Romney over Obama. I voted for Obama over McCain. Um, Anyways, forget about all that. That's all nothing stuff. Okay. He's a trumpet. Isn't that weird? The Trump. Yeah, that you'll hear the Trump around the world, and then it'll be at that point, and he's Trump. I don't know. It's just wow. It's really something. I'm curious. Ooh, I'm curious. What like different very like how do you say trumpet in Spanish? Can someone put how do you say trumpet in a different language in the chat? I'm just looking through chat. So if anyone knows any language, they're bilingual or they just happen to know or they looked it up, what does Trump mean in a different language? Any language, and then put the language next to it. I'm just curious. Cause yeah, I always think about that too. Um, Now this is all just like surface, easy to talk about stuff, but maybe not easy to talk. But you know what I'm saying? Like let's see. Yes, he did. Yes, I mean, how do you? Yeah, I think that it has. Good point. Very good. Prince Jumet, will you email me at you know what? For this email, I think the best way to get in touch with me is theredpillnews at yahoo.com. Email me there. I have something to send to you that pertains to you. Okay? I just want to let you know this quick. Okay. So yeah, if you didn't catch that because I hit the wrong button, just Princess Jumet, if you could send me an email to theredpillnews at yahoo.com, and that way I have your email and I can send you something back because I got an email that pertains to you, and it's only right that I share it with you because it doesn't really make sense. I sold Chime Share once in the Berkshire. So much is way out of control. Yes, I agree, Vance. Um, yeah, it is. It's like we're playing this backwards. It's like everything's backwards. And you know what? It's like basically what the Democrats have been doing for the longest time, and what they continue to do as of this week, last week, is accuse your opposition of what you are guilty of and what you are doing. All right, even if you're not like guilty in a court, like go to court sense, they are doing these things yet accusing the other side of doing them. Right? Makes no sense. Um, yes, I know the details. Yeah, yeah, he was ahead of his time, Kelly Keeble, as far as Buchanan. Hey, Kirk, you know what? I don't agree that Trump should be impeached. I mean, based on what? I'd like to hear Obama's phone calls with foreign leaders. I mean, what precedent will that set? If that ever happens, do you know how bad that would be for this country? But I do respect you because you know what? You at least admit that, on the other hand, Biden should go to jail as well. So I respect that, Kirk. Not only the same, they did worse. Kevin, wait until it all comes out. What they're accusing him of, yes, they do. They accuse. What the hell is going on? All right, they accuse Trump of what they're actually doing. Yes, but the worst part is what they're actually doing. Why is it doing that? What they're actually doing is so disgusting. I just don't think that when it all comes out, they're only going to be able to release 20% of it. The other 80% is just so horrific. It will cause worldwide riots, and that's just something that's not good. But there will be few who hear about it, or who already kind of have an idea, who already do know about it, and I consider myself one of them. And I promise you, no matter what, I will bring you that information once I have it all. Um, what about God's will? Oh, God bless you too. I know, right? I don't understand. Yeah, thank God. And he's making such progress. I know, Vance. Now, what it is about say? Um, Prince, are you talking about as far as savior? You talking about Trump? He's not a savior in a biblical sense, but I think he's like a King Cyrus type, like somebody who was kind of shallow, and but then he saw the light, and now all he talks about is God. He's found religion, and not only that, there's certain technology. Can you imagine the technology that's at his disposal? And when he put his hands on that globe that was like shining, either when he first became president, or he might have actually been president elect, and he was there with the King of Saudi Arabia and somebody else. But anyways, I think that was like some type of highly advanced, like remote viewing slash AI type of thing where he really got some insight into things. That's my opinion, and I respect everybody's opinion, even if it's like the total opposite of mine. You know, even if you have a even if you have a shield from EMPs, let's say, even if you bought one for your truck. Oh my! Because you saw a video about the grid going down. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. It's just I don't know, guys. I always say those kind of things. I hate to see people waste money when it's like so obvious. It's like, I don't know, like no current event, nothing talking about it, nothing to do with it. But let's just talk about the grid going down. I wonder why. What are you selling? Oh, wait, I know what you're selling. Oh, but that goes over everyone's head. Blows my mind. And the thing is, honestly, Moff, he has no bigger fan than me as far as like I watch most of his shows, I should say. You know, I've always enjoyed watching it, and I always like I've given him a lot of criticism, but I made one video trying to wake people up, and everyone thought I'd lose all my subscribers. I lost 200 out of 2,000. And, I made sure to cut myself. And he has to understand that I don't want anyone to feel like they have any power over me. And I had to do that. I had to. And also, I just don't agree with some of the tactics. If you just were a little more forthcoming and weren't so used car salesman type, you know what I mean? You come off as the used car salesman-ish. And this isn't dissing you. It's just a lot of people do. But for you two, it bothers me because I was a fan. So it's like, when you come off as used car salesman-ish, it bothers me because I think you're capable of so much more. You have such a huge following. Do something with it. Better than that. You're better than that. Some company being stuck to some company. Isn't that what we're against in the truth community? I don't know. To his life, shift eating grin. Yeah, his shit eating grin on shift. Yeah, I agree. Everything is ass backwards. Yep. God bless you, bro. Miss your feeds. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Um. Oh, right. Oh, okay. All right. Fall River. I know that's not where, because you wouldn't say N, the one you said, if you were actually from Fall, the river of the Fall, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I get an idea. Yeah, my Amanda's from that area. The mother of my baby. Not either of those two major cities, but like a very nice suburb. She came from a nice area. They were the only black family in town. No, there was one other black family, and that was her best friend. So that tells you a little bit about that town. For corruption himself, I disagree, but agree or disagree. That's fine. Yes, and they do use someone corrupt. Yeah, but if you're saying it in the past tense, hey, you know what? Okay, I'll go with that. But if you're saying it in the present tense, meaning in the past 8 years, no, I'm not about it. There's been a plan. They were gonna do a coup, but they said no, no. Let's get someone in there and give Trump a chance. And they all the generals got behind him. I know a lot of people in my family who high rank in the Navy and high rank in the Air Force, and there was going to be a coup, but they basically said, you know what, we got somebody that we think he can't be bought, he's uncorruptible, because he has his own money, and we're gonna see if he can win. It looked like he was gonna lose, and if he lost, they had a 16-year plan, and China would be running everything, and we would be at their will. And we would realize how important that Second Amendment is, except we wouldn't have it anymore. So, Oh, that would be amazing, Kelly. I just saw Pence is out and Tulsi runs as VP. I mean, what a way to, because it's very important to him to like bring the country back together. what a way to do it. You know what they'll do? The left is so, they would just like sit there and be like, oh, what a sellout. She's a sellout. Da, 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 da. That was her plan the whole time. Like it's her decision. But you know that'll happen. I mean, how many times is the media gonna lie to the American people before we wake up? All right, we had Trump. I mean, Russia. Then we had Russia 2.0. Then we have like all this talk about all the when they were talking about the Kavanaugh, and then they're talking about it's just one thing after another, and now it's this, and they're gonna impeach him over something that they never even seen the evidence to. That's like my stepmother's like wicked liberal, and she just believes what the TV tells her, and it's like the most unawake you can possibly be, and she's like, she's like, oh, he's dead. Oh, he's so bad. I'm like, why is he bad? And she can't answer that question. I'm like, what don't you like about him? And she's like, I just hate him. He's racist. It's like, how did I know you're going to say that? It's like, just because you like sit there and just scream he's racist and he's a Nazi, obviously he's neither. Definitely not a Nazi. And like 99% chance not racist. And we all have like little things where we have stereotypes, but like racist, that's a strong word. And also, he's done such good for minorities, unless you are in this country illegally, because he wants people to have food stamps, welfare. I mean, he doesn't want them to have it, but if they need it, then he wants them to have it. He doesn't want anyone to ever starve or have to go without. So, has anybody seen, for anybody on food stamps, um, have you seen your food stamps decrease? No. I know for a fact that they increased. Student loans, in fact, I've seen that that's gotten better. Welfare, I've seen that that's gone up. Disability claims, I've seen that they have gone down. And that's good because there's a lot of people who don't have a real disability. They're just drug addicted. And it almost manifests as if they have this chronic mental illness, because a disability, it's chronic. And when in reality it's just drug addiction, and they should be smoking the chronic. But all right, let's see. It's interesting, Kelly. What would Kelly say? Oh, about the about Trump and Trump is. I looked up his name. Wait. Trump and his family is originally Drumpf. Both mean drum. Ah, little drummer boy. And what about that book? I always so amazed by the book that's named after his youngest son. The one, I think he has autism, but he's like extremely. If I'm wrong about that, like a million sorries for even applying that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. But that doesn't mean anything. Like, they don't have the most normal life, but they, in comparison, but they can have totally extraordinary lives. It's like they could be the leading, like in any field, they could be the leading person to go to in those fields. And they find out that some of these people who are just like geniuses in certain subjects, they end up being autistic. It's just they're older, and back then they didn't used to diagnose autism like they did. And autism's at a rate now that's crazy. I mean, it almost has to be the vaccines. And I was in a conundrum recently. I didn't let them vaccinate my daughter, but I don't know. I would like to have a discussion on that. That was the other discussion video I was talking about. And I want parents to call in. Now, this is going to be a different video. And I'm going to want parents to call in and discuss. Let's all discuss. Because I almost went back down there and got her vaccinated. Um, I mean, she doesn't get the flu shot ever. She's all 3 times they offered it. We said no, we don't get the flu shot. I don't get the flu shot, and we don't get the flu. We don't get sick. Nothing. Let's see what else. are in are in fact into truth. Yes. Yes, yes, good. You sent the email? Good. Good. Yeah, Richie from Boston is my boy. If you didn't ever see, there's a video with Richie from Boston and myself. If you can find it on his channel under Navy Intel Collector Tells All, or you can find it on my channel in my first YouTube video, and it shows a picture of a silver coin that's like this big. In fact, let me see if I have it right here. Where is it? Where's the coin? Anyways, let's continue to look through these. I found something. Well, what happened there? I just want to make sure I caught up with all the comments. Peaceful corruption and so. Yeah, Zionists rule the world. Well, they did. Um, they still do. No, I don't think so. I think patriots run the world. But it's not ignorant to say Zionists rule the world. No, not at all. That's not an ignorant thing to say. Because it's been the truth for how many years now? Since the late 40s. And the thing is, the people who should be against them the most, honestly, real Jewish people. You know, I mean, Jewish people will get painted in a bad light because of them. You know, that's the whole problem. Like, there's such great Jewish people who really care about people. The reason they say, like, you ever hear like the term, like they'll say like, oh, it's Judeo, what's it called, like Christian. I forget how exactly, Judeo, uh, like Christian Judeo, kind of like a, like a way of life. Well, there's a reason they say that. There's really, there's only one difference between Jews. I'm not talking about Zion. I don't want to say that word. But then again, you guys know me. I like to say any word. But I don't say FF and I don't say ZIO. ZIO, that one. Those are two. It's just stupid to say it. Like, why set yourself up for that? Then won't be around for another month. But yeah. So, anyways, there's really only one difference between like a real Jew and a real Christian is Jesus is our savior as Christians, and to Jewish people, he's not. But as far as like how to live your life and basically their principles and how they live and all holidays are different as well. But seriously, you know what I mean. It's very similar. The values. I mean, and that's what religion comes down to a lot of times. It is values. Um, they're very close. It's just basically that's the big thing. It's the one thing that keeps them apart. And it's a big thing. Don't get me wrong. It's a huge thing. Is Jesus the Messiah? They say no. We say yes. And that's the difference. Other than that, they're not as different as you think. They're not as different as I thought. I used to think there was a huge difference. Trying to. But yeah, if you want to see me and Richie from Boston, he in my video it says my first YouTube video, and it has this in it. Okay. All right, you'll see that on the thumbnail. Okay, so let's get back to you. I'm gonna get. So if you have anything you want to write it now. Trump is sent by God. I agree. Okay. Yes, Jesus one stall always. So he says, "Did you ever reveal the big news story that you couldn't deliver because your power went out?" Well, that was the whole Epstein thing. If you go back and you look, I got the black book. We were the first ones to have it here on this channel. That was like some of the most amazing videos to go through that live with you guys. Um, the black book I had seen other people have. So, but we did go through that as well. But we were the first ones to actually go through the court documents thoroughly. Other people did too, and even when they went through it, they got some names, and we had those names. But what they didn't, there was a bunch of names that we got that they didn't. So there's a lot of people who don't know about certain names that are in that the flight logs, and we found them. We cracked them live. A few of them, we almost got lucky. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe that was like something else. Yeah, that was the big story. That was the big story. Um, hey, Snafu, are you talking crap? Because guess what? Have I said anything about you? Have I mentioned you in a bad light? But buddy, you know what? Let me read what you just said. I just want to make sure. Because if you're talking crap, it'll be the worst thing you ever did, Matthew. All right? Matthew, it'll be the worst thing you ever did. And I'm talking to myself, right? All right. Troll Patrol. And there's chicks. Dude, you and your emojis. Dude, you're like a friggin' broad. Like, I can't stand your emojis. Seriously. Like I've never seen somebody like if I didn't know any better, I would think you were a broad, dude. Seriously. And by the way, take snafu out of your name because you ain't no fucking veteran. Okay? You're not a veteran, snafu. All right? So I'm just gonna call you snaps. All right, snaps. Listen, take your emoji snaps. All right, and take snafu out of your name. Because for any veteran here, all right, they don't appreciate you having snafu in your name because that's a vet thing. We say that. In fact, in particular, Marines. Okay? That all right, so stop with the snafu. You need to take that out of your name. It's disrespectful to vets. All right, snaps. All right, snappy snaps. Talk about troll. You are like the ultimate troll. You're even worse than a troll. You're a crash test dummy. That's what you are. Seriously, you're a crash test dummy that when you hear truth, you hate it. So you want to come in and literally just like throw your body into the mix. No, don't delete it. Don't delete it. Don't delete it. I want it there. It's all right, drop. It's okay that you deleted it, but I don't want it deleted. I don't delete. I only delete like nastiness. But anyways, yeah, he talks about nice beard. Yeah, whatever. Like, another thing, what are you, a broad dude? Because trust me, I could have a beard down to my knees and friggin' like literally and shave my head in patches. All right, and more females would be interested in me than they would on you on your best day when you were 18. All right, snaps. All right, listen, don't ever put snafu. You need to take snafu out of your name. And I'm gonna make a petition for a bunch of veterans that we don't appreciate you having snafu in your name because obviously you don't know what the hell you're talking about. What do you know about snafu? Nothing. All right, snaps. You're a straight troll. Like you act like a female. You're all about drama. You're always fighting with women. All right, come fight with a man. You want to come in here and like, oh, nice beard. Oh, nice beard. And oh, troll patrol. Oh, here's an emoji of a chick hatching. Like you're weird, bro. You're weird. I wish I could see the whole thing, but I read the whole thing quick. Dude, you're weird. You're weird. I got a beard. Your beard's weird. And honestly, bro, like you do not want it with me. You don't. You don't. And guess what? You know what? You might actually friggin' you would be agreeing with me if I ever released the information I had. And you know what? To your dear leader, he tried to make himself like, oh, I'm the bigger man. I don't attack people. I just send my crash test dummies and my, he treats you like a dog. That's what he does, and you should be ashamed. You should be pissed to them that they treat you like that. All right, and then slanderous West Virginia. All right, I've been nothing but nice to her, and all of a sudden I see that like months ago she was like saying the most horrific stuff about me. It's unbelievable. All right. So, guys, you don't want it with me. Trust me. Because I got information on every single one of you. And I'm not just talking about, he's going to dox me. No, I'm saying like real information that's damning on every single one of you. I mean, it's easy. I mean, it's like I knew there would be, and I found it. But who I really get info on is your dear leader. But guess what? Yeah. Oh, I don't want to say his name because he made it copywritten so that Mr. Scotty, beam me up, Scotty, Mr. Couch Surfer. He wants to send me a cease and desist letter. Except, listen, cease is not spelled SES, by the way. All right. And also, not only is cease not spelled SES, but what else did he say? Oh, I can't. Oh, I almost want to put this up. You can't. Do you know it's illegal? Like, if I wanted, dude, you'd be screwed if I ever like release that, pretending it's from a lawyer and sending me the cease and desist letter that's riddled, like literally like 10 misspellings. I mean, you spelled cease SES. Like, bro, get a grip. Get a grip. And as for you, snaps. All right, take snafu out of your name. All right. So that's number one. Take snafu out of your name. All right. Number two, know that your dear leader came at me. Okay. So I came at him and I nailed him in a video. And then I talked to him and I took the video down for the interest of truth. Okay. And not because he's saying some great truth when he's really just talking about grids. I wonder why. It's almost like he has something to sell that has something to do with that. Oh yeah, he does. But anyways, but I never went at him, and I haven't gone at him since. I haven't, have I? No. I kept my word. I took down the video. I took down some stuff where I put his real first name. That's not doxing. I put his real first name in a video, real briefly, and I took it down 10 minutes later. All right. And all the information I had, I was about to drop it. I was even about to drop a phone call where, if you heard that phone call, literally his top 3 supporters would turn on him instantly. That's how bad it is. But I didn't do any of it because I thought it wasn't in the best interest of people and it brings negativity. And I just didn't think it was a good idea. Now, yeah, I love like making jokes like alert, 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 alert. Like, every 2 seconds, alert, alert, alert. Like he's gonna tell me something that the broadcast system can't. It's just ridiculous. And what was his alert? Oh yeah, there is a Navy carrier strike group that they are going to strike as soon as they get there on Wednesday. Did that happen? No. It's just, like, dude, you want to follow propaganda, go ahead. But just do 3 things. Take snafu out of your name, snaps, okay? 2, don't ever come at me again. All right, or you'll regret it. You'll regret it. That's all I'm going to say. 3, dude, you keep going at females. I want to get close on my face. You keep going at females like that. Okay? You keep picking on females like a bully, I'm going to treat you like a bully. You know what I used to do to bullies? Well, you'll find out. You'll find out, brother. All right? So keep doing that. Have I ever said one bad thing to you? In fact, I wrote a message and I was very nice to you and I tried to give you a heads up. And I said, listen, hey, snaps. Hey, snaps. They're using you. Because once this all comes down, they're using you as like a human shield, and not just against people who are attacking him, but they're also using you so that he can keep on saying, oh, I don't do attack videos. And meanwhile, he has you, who he has. You can. I'll send it to you personally if you want. Calling you a dog, okay? And his sick as dog, okay? Sick him. All right. So that's what was said. So if you want to be that and be used in that way, all right. I try to give you a heads up. Like, listen, like go back and read what I wrote under that video when you were just like saying like the most childish stuff. Like it's just very childish, the things. And I hate to fuel the drama, but like you're not gonna come in here and talk to me because I don't go around talking trash to people. I could. All right, I've been slandered by old mods, and I'm not talking about you, Blaze. Don't worry, you were slandered by your dear leader, so don't worry about me. But I was slandered by an old mod that I really cared about and respected her son and respected her. She slandered me, and seriously, just snappies. Okay, listen, take snafu out. We don't like that. We do not like that. All right. Also, open your eyes. You're being used. And when shit hits the fan, and I'm not talking about the grid going down and oh my God, thank God I have a shield for my EM, you know what. All right. So when it all comes down, they're gonna use you as the fall guy because you're the idiot on video saying all this crazy stuff, sounding unstable, and it sounds like you can't do a video where you're like attacking someone unless you drink. You need like liquid courage. All right. I know people like you. And by the way, I also know about a couple of the phone calls. All right. I ended up figuring out some of those phone calls and some people would I figured that out too. So keep it up. Keep it up there, buddy. All right. That's the last I'm going to address you because you're not even worth my breath. You're not worth the people who are in this room. You're not worth their for them to even have to put up with that. This was a video talking about how I'm about to stop making videos again. I've been busy in school, and you want to come in here with that negativity. All right, I'm talking about truth and things to come, and you want to come in here and say that kind of crap. Oh, I got it right here. Here's what he said, and then that's the end of it. All caps, troll patrol. So that's him coming in, like literally. I'm not just saying that, like, oh, that's him. No, like that's how he's coming in. Like that's what he means. And then it's little chicks in a half a eggshell. Um and then faces with the tongue out, head sideways. Nice beard, red pill, looking good. And then a bunch of like okay signs. And then it says truth yo, Marfia, snafu crew. All right. So listen, don't even try to act like, oh no, I meant that in a nice way. Not there's nothing nice when all it starts off all caps troll patrol. All right, so stop. All right, you are the troll patrol. Obviously, you don't want to hear truth. That's fine. I even told you in that message that I wrote you, that everyone can see on your video. I said, hey, remember we used to talk about? Remember I let you call into my show and we talked about D wave and quantum mechanics and even a little bit of the some other stuff that was very interesting, like the Mandela effect. But mostly, like I really enjoyed talking about D wave and I love that stuff. And and you're gonna come in here and act like that, man. I tried to give you fair warning. I tried, but you just made a decision, and decisions have consequences. So be prepared. All right, and that's not a physical anything. I'm just saying, like I tried to open your eyes, but obviously that's not happening. And you think you're gonna come at me in the middle of a live stream? Not happening. All right, you think assassination is a possibility? Um, I think that it is a possibility. Yes, the answer is yes, but I think it's a very small possibility because we have such great such a great Secret Service, and not just that, but intelligence community. And I think he's very well protected. You never see it in the news; it's not publicized. Some people might even be shocked by this. There's been many attempts on his life. If I were you guys, I'd look into some of those. There's even a couple of them even got caught in video. But yeah, there was a gun that was snuck into the White House, and they were supposed to be seeing. There was a gun planted in the Situation Room. There was a gun planted in a bunker. There's all kinds of stuff, and they always thought it. But yeah, you know what? They're this desperate right now that obviously the impeachment isn't going to work. They don't expect it to work. They're just trying to hurt his image. But you got to think, like, if he wins a second term, not only like, oh, we lost the majority of the house now too. No, it's like we are going to go to jail, especially if you like Shifty Schiff. He's going to go to jail. So they're really fighting. Um, Yeah, I know. I know. Don't. Yeah, it is. I know. They're all about darkness and hate. That's why they're the mafia, and they embrace it like it's a good thing. Oh, yesterday and like I said, I watch Maf. I used to enjoy him, and I'm somebody who views his shows, and I've been viewing for so long. I'm like an OG as far as viewers, but that's why it bothers me so much. And he's the only one I go at because he knows better and he should do better and he should stop with all that crap. He really should. It's okay to get donations, but to like shove things down people's throat and in order to sell it, to scare them first, do a whole video on the grid when it has no relevance to today's news, just so you can scare people into getting these shields. It's disgusting. Oh, now there's a troll patrol. Hey guys, I want to see what they write. I don't mind it being there. Only if there's like a multitude of them. But let me see. So troll patrol. But actually, it's all right. I think drop did the right thing because you know what? I could just hit the button. Oh, I thought I could and read it. Although you know what? I don't need that negativity. But I would like to see it and just make them look stupid because see the good thing is when you're uncorruptible and you've never been corrupt and all the things that they talk about and they military and inside secret, I live that. The government trusted me with a top secret sensitive compartmentalized information clearance with a polygraph as a cryptologic collection, um, CT3 CTR3, which is R. That's about as much as I can say. So it's like, I really know this stuff. And it's not just like I had a clearance because, I guarded the door. No, I did that. And it a lot to do with what's been talking about with privacy. And I know that whole world, like the Edward Snowden world. That was my next job. I was supposed to go to NSA, all that. And I didn't go that route. I went in the family business instead. And I've been awake ever since. I've been awake ever since. And you know what? No, actually, in my opinion, snap. Even we don't call him snafu. Don't call him snafu. All right, that's something that is for veterans, especially Marines. He's not snafu. That's for veterans and Marines in particular. Just call him snaps. He snaps. All right. He's not a vet. He's not a vet. I know that. It's like, oh, well, how do you know? What if he is? He was wearing a Marine hat one time. For all you know, he might be a Marine, Red Pill. You don't think I know everything about each and every one of them? And when I say everything, I mean everything. Feel what I did in the Navy? Like, how many times do I have to say it? Trust me, he was never a Marine. In fact, I I even know his what he's allergic to. You know, even at his age, which is older than you think, he's allergic to jobs. He's literally no work history. I don't know. No, that was a guess. I want to be able to. Hi, long neck. Who's long neck? Oh wow! Now you're gonna talk bad about females. Troll patrol. This where you fools come to play. So now I think he referred to one of the females as long neck. Whatever. So we're not gonna exactly. That's the great thing about like truth and integrity and just kind of like not being a scumbag loser is that like Kelly said, truth stands on its own. Integrity is self-evident, and people who like name call females and then name themselves after a military term when they are nothing, it just shows their character. It shows their character. And then I just it's unbelievable. And I even let him on my show before. I talked about interesting subjects with him, but he is so wrapped up in drama. And then he sits there. He's like, they want drama, drama. Even the Fugal fam, who the Fugal fam is great. They're good people. All they want is a place where people are nice. So I don't fault like the fam as like the thousands that go to his show. I think they're a little bit gullible, or a lot of bit gullible, and you know, I have some magic beans I'm selling to them. If any of them are interested, by the way. But other than that, they're great people. They're mostly Christians, and even I mean, they're good people. But there's always the radicals. You know, he's like the ISIS of the Mafugal fam. You know, he's like the guy that like drinks the Kool-Aid first, and then everyone walks away. You're not supposed to laugh at your own jokes. That was a good one. I'm shocked we didn't get a bunch of emojis. Yeah, we did get a bunch of emojis. It was like a million emojis. I don't know what a chick hatching has to do. Literally, he's like a chick. Snaps. That's why he snaps. I'll be able to read this stuff later. Yeah. Yeah, he has no bells, no way. Yeah, same here. I have no script, no. I came in here just to say, hey guys, I'm back. There's videos coming out. It's gonna be great. And here I am. It's over an hour now. Wow, an hour and 2 minutes. Princess Lawneck, why you and Shauna pick on cancer patients? Listen, before I take you serious, you need to learn how to spell. All right, when you learn how to spell patients, all right, it's different that there's such a thing as like right now I'm having patience with your ignorance, um, and then there's another thing as in if you keep exploiting women, you might come across a man, and you're so far away from me, it can't be me, but you might come across a guy in Arizona who will make you a hospital patient. You see the difference there? Patience, patient. Learn how to spell. And then no answer, long neck. He's just like literally like just messing with her, messing with her, messing with her, messing with her. Princess Lawneck, you and Sean are real tough picking on cancer again. And a patent, a patent is something totally different. Like for instance, Tesla, the real Tesla, not the car, Nikola Tesla should have had the patents, not. You think I'm going to say Edison, right? Nope. Poppy Bush. Yep. Look into it. Check it out. Poppy Bush took his patents, took his ideas. And then when he died, Got rich off him. Well, I shouldn't say it. That's the last part. I don't know if he got rich off him. They got rich off the oil, but just that much more rich. I mean, they're on like some like, skull and bones rich type stuff. Listen, I'm not even reading any more of your stuff. You're basically just trying to pick on this girl. So drop. I'm happy that drop is blocking these, because drop. Ding ding ding. Correct. As to, let me guess the first name. How does it? Yeah, yeah. No, that's not him. No, it's a different. No, that's not Marf. Marf does probably. I know that I know for a fact because he got caught one time with a dummy account. But no, this is all the Marf wouldn't talk like that on here. He wouldn't. He's not. He's not like that. The only one who's like that is, we know who, Mr. Snaps, and he even said that his first thing he wrote was Troll Patrol. So you know what that is. So you know what I mean. That's what it is. And his first name isn't that. Um, but think of my first name. He told me one time. Red, why were you or girlfriend searching how to do drugs on foot? All right, first of all, now I'm about to get pissed. Now I'm about to get pissed. So what he said, this is how like open I am. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? If you had any idea, first of all, it's the mother of my child. Okay, and on the weekends we don't have her, and she is very sick. I'm not gonna like violate the HIPAA law and put out her diagnosis, but if you knew what it was, I swear to God, if you had a soul, you would like literally like feel so bad that you just said that. Okay? And in Massachusetts, unlike where you're from, you fucking desert lizard, all right? Literally, you're useless. All right, you're gonna talk about, you have no idea what's going on with her medically, man. And you know what? Because she wants to smoke marijuana, you got a problem with that? Like, it's marijuana, so why are you like, like talking about that? Big deal if she wanted to smoke marijuana when literally she's lost so much weight from this disease that I'm not gonna say. It's so sad that she even has to go through that. If she ever saw that message, dude, I would literally buy a ticket and come out and kick your fucking ass. Put it that way. And trust me, it would be swift. It would be fucking swift, man. You boys out, boy, you ain't built like me. You ever say a fucking word again about my baby's mother, whether we're together or not, or whether we're in love, or whether nothing. You talk about somebody who's that in that bad of fucking physical shape and has disease, and you want to talk about shit like that, all right? She didn't eat for 4 fucking days, and you're gonna talk like that, huh? About all she's stuck with is marijuana, but the CBD and THC oils, and she was trying to figure out how to smoke it because she didn't have the charger for her vape. And you're gonna fucking write that when you know damn well what it's about. I mean, anybody who was there that night knows she was looking how to smoke marijuana, THC. THC is marijuana, not PCP. It's THC is marijuana, you dumb fuck. And so is CBD. THC is the one that gets you high. CBD doesn't make you hungry like THC does. She needed that. And you know what, man? Now you're on my hit list. Now you got my attention. All right. Before you want to keep talking about these people, I don't like it, but now you just made it personal. Now you just made it personal. Last thing you want, kid. Last thing you want. You're done. You're done. And I'm gonna fucking make you look so fucking bad. It's easy. You do it yourself. All I gotta do is basically shine a light on who you are as a person. You clown. You clown. You jobless. Never had a job in your life? You're that, like, seriously, for as old as you are, okay? Seriously, you still never had a job? Never? You never even tried it? You never thought, like, what would it be like to have a job? Never? I know everything about you. I know everything about so many fucking people just in case they try that shit. You fuck with the wrong one. All right, I'm not looking for advertisements. I'm not gonna say, "Hey, you with the wrong. I don't talk like that, like your dear leader. All right, I don't care about the 10 cents I'm gonna get like per friggin' whatever in order to make money. All right, it ain't about making money to me. All right, it's about truth. To you, it's about being a troll. It's exactly what it says. Troll patrol. Truth, yo. I wonder who that is. I already know who it is because you said it under your own name, Snaps. But you know what? Keep that name, Troll Patrol. I'd rather that than literally, like, you want to talk about, like, cultural appropriation. That's what you're doing with the word snafu. Don't use that. You were never in the military. You have no balls. The only thing you do is friggin' yell at women. And now you don't come at me. You come at my sick baby's mother. So sick. Why do you think that I'm like alone taking care of a child as a single father? And she's in and out of the hospital. That's how sick she is. You gonna talk about someone with a disease? And it's not a disease, a self-inflicted disease. All right? Cancer can hit anyone, regardless of age. And I can't believe I just friggin' said that. You know what? I'm ending this stream. Watch out, boy. Watch out, boy. Boy. Watch out. Watch out. You mess with the wrong one, boy. Watch out. Watch out. Because I got everything. And hey, dear leader, Marf, you're responsible for him. You're responsible for him. You created a cult. And what do you expect but to get pieces of shit like him who only go after women? All right? He's still scared to go after me. But he goes after, he just literally wants to talk about my child like that. Oh, don't you dare talk about Kelly. Don't you dare talk about Kelly. She is such a good, you know how much she cares about the kids? That's all she cares about is the kids. All right? That's all she cares about is the kids. With Epstein and things like that. Kelly, you're next. You're showing your true colors. You're showing your true friggin' colors right now. And a lot of people are going to see this. Showing your true colors. All right? You just go after women. Come at me, boy. Come at me. To be continued. I'm out. This is supposed to be a happy thing. I wanted to tell you guys about all the projects coming up. And all he wants to do is take away from truth and then go after women. Oh, Shauna. Now he wants to with Shauna. Dude, you're done. You're done. It's coming. And Marf, I've left you alone since May 1st, since May Day when we had our thing, right? I might crack a joke, alert. Other than that, I kept my word, right? Man to man. Did I? Yes. But you have created a monster. And if you don't deal with him by tomorrow, 8 p.m., that's all I'm going to say. Okay? But I think you get the message. All right? You get the message? You created this friggin' monster. All right? You radicalized this psycho. All right? You're probably going to have blood on your hands one day. All right? Literally, you're going to have blood in your hands because of this. Someone psycho like this is going to go out and kill somebody. All right? This is supposed to be something where I come out and say stuff about truth and get to the bottom of things. But you know what? You're showing. It's the mafia. And that's what you're creating, Marf. And there's nobody who watches more of your videos and been following you longer than me. I never have missed it. Believe it or not, whether we're getting along or not, whether I love your drive, and I used to love everything about you, but then you got a little like car salesman-ish, and I didn't like it. But you know what? But the thing is, I don't think you understand. Actually, you do. You definitely know what you're doing. But you have people drinking the Kool-Aid like this guy, okay? And guys, no one ban him. No one ban him. I want him to dig his own grave. So please don't ban him. And if you are banned, don't worry, Snaps. I will unban you. And you mess with the wrong one. Okay, so, but I want to also, it's not just him. Yeah, they are showing the thugs that they are. But it's not just him. It's who created him. And Marf, you know what? It's one thing that, like, you know, you just want to make money. I get it. You just want to make money. Okay. Whatever. I get it. Whatever. But guess what? You're messing with a bunch of veterans, and we don't take that type of shit. We don't. And the things that he was just saying, it's not gonna go away. I will never let what he was just saying go away. He has talked about every single female in here, including my baby's mother, about a disease that she might not even. What's a nice place to visit in Arizona? I'd love to go to Arizona. Take a look around, you know? Anybody? Maybe Tempe or Phoenix. You see what I'm saying? Huh? Huh? Snaps? Huh? Listen, Marf, you created these monsters. All right? They're drinking your Kool-Aid. All right? And you can say all you want. I never made an attack video. Guess what? I never made a hate video, but I did make an attack video. There's a difference. What he's doing is hate. But he only does it towards women. All right? He only does it towards women. Whether they're sick, whether they're dying, whether they have like stuff going on in their lives, whether they never did anything wrong to them at all. You created a monster, and it's your doing. You can't just say, "Well, he's his own man." No, no, no. You radicalized him, and that's bad news for you, brother. That's bad news. And this has come from somebody who you might think like, "Oh, Red Pill hates me." I don't hate you. I just don't like that you try to make money and all that stuff. No, I don't care that you try to make money. That's fine, but I don't like your like it kind of. I was just gonna say, be honest. It comes off as if you are like a used car salesman, and you're trying to just like put anything out there. It's like, oh wow, story on the grid, huh? And then all of a sudden, buy my shield from the EMP. It's just I don't know. You gotta look at it from where we're coming from. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't look good. But what I do want to say is you better get him on a leash. And to quote not you, but someone very close to you, your dog on a leash, okay? Because he reflects you and he stands for you. So guess what? If you don't get if you don't get him in line, and I want to see a video with apologies to everybody he spoke about. And then, not only that, he's going to have an interview with you, and you are going to apologize for radicalizing him. And if everything I just said doesn't happen, it's on. And have I ever been a liar? I said I will never release any of the boatloads of info I got on you. Stuff that Shauna couldn't even dream of. And never released one thing. Even with all the drama, never once. But you have my word, I will. So your move. And there's no bigger like fan. I watch all your shows. Sometimes I can't really, I kind of fast forward through like the salesman stuff. But I love the shows. It's professional. I like the shows. I really do. I enjoy it. And I think the whole idea of the fam would be a good thing if it didn't turn in the direction it's become. And there's a lot of good people in the fam who really just want love. And that's what it should be. That's what attracted me to it. But it's not that anymore. Not when you have radicals like this. You wouldn't be doing me a favor or anybody he talked to a favor. You'd be doing yourself a favor. All right? Make your channel about love again and not about this hate that's spewed out of this. All right? All right? Mr. Snaps. All right? Don't no one call him Snafu. Snafu is a military term that is near and dear, That's like he's like it's like cultural appropriation. You know what I mean? He's like, it doesn't work. But you're the only one with the power to do this. Oh, I take that back. I have the power to do it as well. But you're the only one with the power to do this in a peaceful way where there's no back and forth. Rein in your dog, which you guys have referred to him as. All right, rein him in because he's only going after females and he's saying some horrible stuff. And every single one of these things are going to be saved. And you know what? It's all going to come on you. All right, and I said this to you months ago. I said one day when you throw him, when you know what I mean, like when you like decide that you're done with him because he's just too much trouble, he's gonna like do something horrific, and we might see it on the news one day on Fox News. Like, man does this, this, this. I'm really worried about that with this dude. I really am. He's radicalized. He just wants beef and he thinks that he's like doing your wishes. And maybe he is, but he's taking it too far. So you need to rein him in, or you know what? You're just as guilty, actually, even more guilty, because you've radicalized him. You have. And you and all your, oh, I don't do hate videos. I don't do hate videos. Do you think people are stupid? That's the thing. Like, the worst thing you could do is like, well, not the worst, but a very ignorant thing to do is just assume people are stupid. People are not stupid. They know when they're being played. They know when, it's like, oh, I don't do hate video. Yet you have this like these trolls, as he called himself, Troll Patrol tonight. All right, that they take things to a point where they're radicalized. So, like I said, until 8 p.m. tomorrow, I want to see an apology from him, and you guys can do one of your little interviews. And I'm not sitting here saying, and you have to say this word for word, but apologies from him to the females. He doesn't have to apologize to me. Nobody has to apologize. I don't care. But when you talk about someone who's dying, and then you talk, I need to be careful what I say. And then, you talk about all these other females. I understand he has some problems, but you know what? He's taking it way too far. And nobody was coming at you. I have all this stuff, and you know I do. Remember our phone calls? Yeah, those didn't go too well for you. Did I release anything? Did I even tell one soul about them? About the contents? No. I'm a man of my word. At the time, you were like, oh, everyone was, oh, Moff, the bigger man. Oh, you were the bigger man. I mean, in reality, you were caught. You know what I mean? You were in a bad spot. You didn't want that drama. You knew I had all kinds of legit stuff. And in a phone call, I'll just keep that like that. Okay? So that's not a threat. I'm just telling you, for the sake of not only the people that he's been attacking and abusing, but for the sake of yourself and your family. And I'm not saying like anything from me. What? Are you kidding me? I'm saying for the sake of that. That's a local number. I'm saying for the sake of like, I don't want him to like do something, and all of a sudden you get dragged into it, and then they're gonna figure it out. Like all he talks about is the fool fam, and what's that? And they figure it out, and they're gonna look through everything, every private conversation you ever had, and they're gonna figure out that you radicalized him. So this is your chance to denounce what he did, but there's something you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to sit there and you're gonna have to say that you're gonna have to denounce him, and then you're gonna have to. These are local calls, by the way. All right, Maf. I hate to do this to you because I know you're busy, and I watch your show every night. I don't know where you've been lately. Where you been? I don't understand. I've been looking for your shows lately. I watch from afar. I disagree with a lot, but I at least appreciate that you're trying. I just don't like the whole salesmanish thing. I think that the fam, I love the idea of love, but you know what? It's becoming like a cult, and it's dangerous, and you need to nip it in the bud. And you need to call it out for what it is, and you need to talk about that this fam. One of the bad things about the fam, you need to really like make it a point to say that he was radicalized. Say because I love you. You can from your I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. Like I love you snaps, but you're becoming radicalized, and it's not the right thing. But I'll put out another video. This isn't going away. This is bad. This ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna let this continue. All right. I wanted to just like live and let live and love. You know, because I really am about love. You never seen me attacking people. I'll joke. I don't really like say anything really actually awful about anybody. But you know what? He wants to keep talking about all these people and talking about these females in here who aren't even here to defend themselves. All right? And Shauna, come on. Like, whatever is going on between you and Shauna, it doesn't matter. Shauna's a great person. Like, and you're just gonna like let this guy talk about her in that way? And you're gonna let him talk about someone who's dying? My daughter's gonna grow up without a mother? You think I'm gonna let that go? Huh? Make this right, Marf, or it's you. Because you know I've been a man of my word. I left everything to myself. You don't take care of this, I will. And that is nothing physical, but I promise I will by exposing your ass as the one who radicalized him. So you need to admit the way you radicalize people. And you know what? I'm not going to touch your business. You can keep that to yourself. But it can't just be him apologizing for everything he does. It needs to be you acknowledging the way you radicalize people with your fucking bullshit. Red, red pill out. Always serving the truth. All right, vet, stand up.